For materials, I have 2 pool noodles. I usually cut them, so this one's been cut. This is a piece of another one that I cut. I just couldn't find the orange one, so but that's the length of 2 pool noodles. You pretty much cut this just long enough to wrap around your shoulders, and so this is, you know, a little bit more than hand length cut off, so not very long. On the long one, you've got to duct tape the ends. If you don't duct tape the ends, they'll just tear on you, but if you duct tape them, it'll be quick and easy. Coat hanger is going to make your life real easy. Definitely need a coat hanger. These are cheap straps. I think I bought these in 2 packs for like a couple of dollars at Walmart. It was not expensive at all. The total materials right here, even with the tape, was probably less than $10. Really cheap, easy backpack system. The important things you need to know for the kayak: I used the little pieces of rope behind the seat. These are good little attachment points here, and once you run the backpack system through here, I just leave them. I don't take them out. The other part that's important to know about is inside the cockpit. If you look in, all Jackson kayaks are outfitted with this little carrying strap. It's not real loose, but it's on both sides, and that's a great attachment point for the stabilizer. Right, I went ahead and ran a piece of coat hanger through the pool noodle with a little bit of duct tape around the tip. Folded up the end right there, and I've got my cam strap, and I'm just going to run my cam strap through enough to catch. So not a big deal, and then I'm just going to pull that through the pool noodle. It'll pop through. And so you run it through basically until the end of the strap comes in, and you know, you pretty much want it right there at the end. From there, it's really simple. You just take it and you run this into the strap right here through the little webbing loop on both sides, through both of them. And pull it tight. And what that does is it pulls the first backpack piece into place. All right, I ran it through both pool noodles. This is pretty much how I store it as well. The strap is run through the little, just to show you guys something really simple and easy. The cam strap needs to be run so that the part going into the kayak is on that side of the rope. See that? And then this little piece of cam strap that goes to your shoulders needs to be on the seat side of the rope. As far as the elastic, it's up to you. You can put it behind the elastic, in front of. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so the way you set it up is these actually fold back toward the stern. When you carry the kayak, the stern's actually going to be down. That way your head has the whole cockpit, which is really nice if you have neck issues like me. That way you have you're in the shade and your head is not like constantly leaning against the hull of your kayak, which is my big complaint with other backpack systems. But the secret to this system, you can do it just real basic with just this if you're in a crunch, and just run the strap through here, the 2 loops on the side, and then back into the system. That works as a backpack. That's not great. You can run this around your waist, which is a little bit better, but what I'm going to show you guys is actually what I've found the perfect system to be. So once you fold these up, what I do is I take that spare stabilizer strap and I just run it underneath them, underneath the 2 pool noodles right there. And the first one, I'm going to run this end. I'm going to run through those 2 little carry straps I showed you guys earlier on the inside of the boat. So I just run it through. Sometimes you have to kind of loosen it, but there I pulled the first one through, and then I run through the second one. You got to run it through both sides of it. If you don't, you're gonna have a really unstable carry. So there we go, I've run it through. And I leave this strap actually as close to the bow of the boat as I can. And then go ahead and attach this a little bit. This is gonna be your stabilizer. And it's going to pull it off your shoulders. So that'll make for a nice comfortable carry. All right, so you can lean it up against pretty much anything, rock, tree, truck. This is my tree for now, it's gonna be my garage. But anyway, once you have it vertical, so you have the nice little strap right here that you can use. You can just tug this to tighten up that stabilizer strap. And then you have the shoulder straps right here. Now, the benefit of these shoulder straps is going to be good to loosen your back band too if you haven't already. I actually like to use a little extra piece of foam, the ones that we cut off, if you remember that, just for my hips right here because my hips tend to hurt. And that extra little bit of padding sitting on your hips actually feels really good. All right, so the little pieces that you cut off earlier, you just take a knife and you only have to do this once. Don't cut all the way through. You're just cutting off this little bit just so that you can open it up. It's just easier because I don't kayak with a coat hanger in my boat. Once you do the coat hanger bit, you want to leave it. You don't want to take the strap out again if you can avoid it. So anyway, the way you get into the boat is pretty simple. These are my noodles here. Alright. You just run this strap through the grab loop on the stern, around your waist, through the other grab loop on the stern, and then up, clip it through. You buy a really cheap strap, sometimes it's harder, but that's okay. And you just have to pull it through. If you wanted to be fancy, I guess you could put them on both sides. You could probably put a couple straps together. But these, you just basically just sit right here. I do suggest a little duct tape. I'm doing this kind of quick and dirty. Right. There's more. But it'll give you the idea. Some garage scraps here. And then you work it through again. Tighten it down. And you want that pretty tight. The next part is this stabilizer strap right here. You want to tighten it down because you want it to lift these noodles up off your arms. Now the great thing is you can stand up or have a friend help you, and then you can adjust the fit. So you have the stabilizer, you can pull through even more. That way it's not leaning too much one way or the other, it stays pretty centered. And you can actually tighten this up to sit on your hips, especially if you have a loaded boat for an expedition or something. It's a pretty simple backpack system right here. This also gives you something to hold on to if you need to hold on to something, or you can just hold onto the top of your boat, or you can hold on to these two straps if your arms need some relief. As far as your paddle, you can use your paddle as a walking stick. You can tie it to your boat. A lot of people like to strap it right here, and that way they just have something to hold on to. It's up to you. But my suggestion is just store all of your gear evenly through the boat as much as you can, and then just pick up the spare straps, and I just tuck them. And that's the simple backpack system right there. So to store it, you just pull some of the webbing through. And these just tuck back into the boat there. And you can do that without pulling the webbing out, right? So then I can lock it, and that's my backpack system stored. But then for comfort and for better use, I have another cam strap and the other two pieces.